Sheldon.
What is it, Meemaw? You told me you would leave me alone. 30 minutes is all it's going to take.
You sure they're gonna show up?
Yes, they're going to show up. They're going to be late, apparently, but they are going to be here.
My bad.
One person decided to sign up for the flyers. Yes, so the flyers did do a good job after all.
Can thank Georgie for that.
And, well, they better be fit for the job, because they're the only hire available.
Well, good luck.
At this time, of course.
Alright.
Okay, well, Meemaw, you're going to have to leave because they're standing at the door.
My bad. I'm gone.
Hello there. Take a seat. My name is Sheldon Cooper. Make yourself comfy because we are going to be here for a while. What is your name, date of birth, and your social security number? Well, hold on a moment. I must be prepared because you caused me to not be prepared because you were late. It's not very good impression for the interview. You're lucky I won't hire someone else. Well, tell me, how did you find out about this interview and this position? They're the flyer. I paid my brother Georgie $20 to go and put up flyers in the local DVD shop, and apparently it did a lot of good. Okay, well, I'm going to have to make a form for you. So, again, tell me your name, date of birth, last name, favorite kind of rocket ship. Okay, perfect. I'm going to have you sit still, and you're going to want to make yourself comfortable, as I said, because this is going to take a little while. Of course, it'll go faster if I think you're the right person, but I'm going to have to take some measurements of you, okay? So hold still. This job does require... This job does require you to be a certain height, which hopefully you will be able to meet it. Alright, I'm going to have to put this right here. I'm going to measure your side, measure your head. I have to make sure that you're the right size for this experiment, or otherwise I can't hire you for the position. Now, I have a list of questions that I'm going to be asking you for this position because, well, it's quite important that I'm able to know as much about you as possible for this, because I am going to need you to assist me, and I hope you're ready to have an 80-hour work week, right? Okay, well, that's what you signed up for, so you can't go back now. I have a list of questions compiled that's going to help me learn a lot about you, and we will see this way if you are fit for the job. So, let's dive right in, because we don't have much time. I apologize for the unprofessional setting, because I tried to get the corporate office to let me rent out their space, but they told me that it would be $500 per hour, and I did not want to pay that much money as I'm just starting out this business. However, I'm going to be the next greatest inventor in this world, in this universe, yes. Okay, first question, how would you define auditory-induced relaxation responses in layman's terms? I have to say I'm actually quite impressed with that answer. You've been reading your textbooks well. And what library do you go to? I've never seen you at the one that I go to. Okay, and can you give an example of a sound you find inexplicably satisfying and hypothesize why that might be? Yes, this is going to be part of your job. Okay. That's oddly specific. If I were to record a sound of a pencil tapping on a wooden desk for 5 minutes straight, what do you think the neurological impact would be on the average human brain? I do realize that is quite an odd question to ask someone who's never been asked these questions before. Can you be a little bit more specific? I need as specific as possible. Okay, let me give you an example of the type of stimulus that I'm talking about. So you see these two balls, yes, or globes. When I shake them, they make a sound, right? Now when I put them close to your ears, what do you experience when you hear that sound? And how do you feel when they go faster, like this? Okay, because also I hope you know you're going to be a lab rat for my tests. No, I'm not going to be injecting you with anything. I'm just going nothing specific. Okay. Tell me why that is. Okay. I suppose I can make sense of that. Okay. And what is your opinion on binaural audio and its role in spatial sound immersion? You don't know what binaural audio is. Why would you even come to this interview if you cannot handle such terms? Binaural audio, in a microphone sense, is when I go to one side of your ear and then I go to the other side of your ear. You can tell the difference, right? You're not deaf. Okay? If I whisper really soft and closely into your ear, like so, do you experience anything? Okay. No, I tried to perform these tests on Missy and she would not comply. I tried my best. Okay, and do you believe the human brain is more responsive to repetitive sounds or unpredictable ones when it comes to stress reduction? I tried to test it on my brother Georgie's baby, but he just cries all the time. Okay. Okay, this is going to be part of your job, so this one is very important. Can you stay perfectly still and quiet for extended periods while maintaining an aura of calm? I need to test this. Okay, stand perfectly still. Just look into my eyes. What do you feel? Okay. I can say you passed that test, though your eyes are a little bit disturbing to look into. Okay, well, I know that I'm already quite doing this, but what's your tolerance for whispering? I asked for scientific reasons. Like if I go close and I whisper into your ear, how much can you tolerate that? Is that disturbing to you? Like you're going to punch me in the face? Or is it quite relaxing to you? This is related to the quantum theory, I assure you. Okay. And how would you replicate the sound of light rain using only objects found in a standard classroom? I did it many times when I was in class, but they told me that I couldn't do it anymore. Okay, you would take the pipes from outside of the school and then you would put it on top of the roof too. Okay. Valid. I can get behind something like that. Okay. Do you believe that humans have a trigger threshold for sounds that relax them, and could it be quantified? As I said, it's related to quantum theory. Okay. And how would you catalog different categories of soothing sounds? Would you catalog them alphabetically, or by the tone, or perhaps by their frequency range? Okay. Personally, I would do it by frequency range because, well, it's just a much more accurate way of doing it. Because if you do it alphabetically, well, it's not a dictionary. It's sounds. And, this one's oddly specific, but what's your experience with crinkle-based sound stimuli? Crinkle sounds. Hold on, when I crumple up this piece of paper, I put it close to your ears like this. Very softly, gently. What does that make you experience? What does it make you feel? Have you had much experience with it? Okay, how would you explain the difference between comforting quiet and uncomfortable silence? Perhaps like one in a horror movie versus one when you're just sitting out on the porch. Okay. That makes sense. No, when Georgie watches movies like that, I can't watch them. They spook me too much, and I cannot get the proper rest that I need to, well, tackle face and maybe make physical contact with you. Not in a weird way. No. Okay, I have to make a new log entry. The first test that I'm going to be performing on you is with this brush. This is a brush that I stole from Missy, my sister. And I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be brushing your face with it. I'm going to see how you respond to this, okay? Just hold still, and I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay. Okay, what do you feel? You need longer. Okay. Okay, that should be good enough. Tell me your answer now. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope that you came prepared to have pencil drawn on your face because, well, that's what the next thing is all about. So I have this new innovative pencil. It is an Apple pencil, and I'm going to be going in. I'm going to be drawing on your face. Okay. If it makes a mark, that's not my problem. Okay. Just hold still. I never said that I was an artist. Oh, that tickles a little bit. Sorry. Okay, tell me, what do you feel? And what do you experience? Good to know.
What are you doing, Sheldon?
Meemaw, what are you doing in here?
I came to check.
Can't you see I'm trying to perform this interview?
My
We don't
bad.
have much longer.
Alright.
No, we're fine. Okay. Okay, Meemaw, you can go now.
I'm gone.
Sorry. Okay, so you said that felt interesting. Okay. Now, this is the last kind of test that I'm going to do for you. I have this wooden hairbrush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through your hair, and I want you to tell me what kind of experience you feel in your, well, neurological pathways. Okay? Hold your head still. Please stop staring into my eyes. It's quite disturbing. You can close them. Okay. 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 Tell me, what was your analysis on that certain test? Quite triggering, as I suspected. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed your first day on the job. You have the job. So, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesdays and Thursdays, you have to be here. We may not be able to do it because I don't know if my Meemaw will let me use her living room again. But, okay, are you good with being here? Okay, well, you can leave. That's the door. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Be back. Okay, I have to go now. Okay, this is where I'm leaving. Goodbye.